intended for mature audiences may contain language and content not suitable for younger listeners. And most of that content's coming out of Justin's mouth.
So it is our 20th episode, and usually that would be a big reason for celebration, but there is like a bit of a sad thing we need to touch on. So for anyone listening, we didn't record last week, which would have been the proper time for it. But May 28th was 8 years since Harambe was killed. So in honor of that king giving his life for the betterment of the world, we are all doing this episode Dicks Out, and we encourage everyone listening or watching to get their dicks or bits out for Harambe as well. Now, Justin, I know that you have some important things to talk about.
That's a terrible segue.
Listen, I've been seeing Dicks Out since the beginning, since we started this show. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
All right, so, we're just going to shift real quick.
We're talking about people dying, too.
Yeah. I'm surprised you guys didn't hear about this. In Indiana, there were 10,000 human remains found on a multimillionaire's farm, which was a massive farm. The guy's name about the butcher, Herb Baumeister. He was a serial killer between the 80s and 90s. Ended up killing himself on the run from the police because they figured out who he was. I think it was in like 92 or something like that. But they are still identifying bodies 30 years after.
Mm-hmm.
And they've identified, I think, 25 so far. Yeah, which is wild. And it reminded me of, what's that dude's name? From Chicago, Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah. It's very similar to that, because he was killing, like, young kids. Well, specifically, like, homosexual men. Yeah. That, he would, like, pick up on bus stops. Yeah, he was doing the same thing. And just burying him under the floor and shit. Dude, it's absolutely wild.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's buried him underneath his crawl space in his house, right? That's what
Gacy was, yeah.
And on the farm, from what I know, right?
Yeah, like all over the damn place.
Yeah, all over the farm. I was about to say, he had enough space to be able to, like, spread out the remains wherever he wanted to. And nobody's going to question him out there.
It's a wild number.
Crazier part about it is, like, the police suspected him, but, like, his wife would not let the police on the property at all.
Right.
And she was like, no, there's no way my husband could do this, until, like, her 15-year-old found a human skull and brought it back to the house.
God damn.
And then she was like, oh, fuck, this is real. And then she let the police in. He ran to Toronto, and then the dude offed himself.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a damn mess. So, like, 10,000 bones can equate to, like, I think 50 people? Something like that. There's 206 bones in the body. I did the math.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah. It would be around, like, 50 people. But that's not even, like, the most prolific killer in history. Or in U.S. history, at least.
He's one of them, though.
No, he's not. He's not even close.
But that's just what they found so far, too.
Right.
They're still searching this property.
That's true.
Well, hold on. The one guy that they caught out in California, he killed over 100 people. So, I mean, like, this guy's definitely one of the most prolific serial killers in American history.
The most prolific one I found was this dude named Samuel Little McDowell. He killed people from the 70s to 2005. He killed 93 people.
Yeah. He got busted out in California.
That's what you're talking about, too? Yeah, dude. I didn't even know about
hit 100?
I thought he hit 100. He claims he's over 100.
I mean, there's like
not even close to ghost stats.
There's serial killers in like Colombia that have like 300 plus, which is wild.
I'm just saying.
That's what I saw earlier.
I mean, like, you live in a broken down. I mean, like, Colombia, like, at that time, dude, like, there was a broken down, like, government. I mean, shoot, you probably be able to kill that many on Nicaragua.
Oh, no. Well, most of the ones that were like on the list, I can't believe I had to look this up. I went down a little bit of a hole earlier.
Oh, you went down the list? Yeah, I think there was like this one Colombian. He was just a hitman. He like killed like hundreds of people.
But I mean, most of them are like all other countries, like India, Pakistan, Iran. Like the U.S. is like the first one I found was the guy I just mentioned. But yeah, so fucking crazy shit, man.
So what's that top 10 list?
You want to know?
Yeah, I want to know top 10.
The hell?
Hold on. Give me a second.
We need that drum roll fucking sound effect going right now.
So,
I guarantee you've never heard of any of them. So, with highest known victim count, the first one is
Speaking to the mic.
yeah, speaking to the mic, dog.
Sorry. The first one is Luis Garavito. He killed people in Colombia, Ecuador, and Venezuela.
That's like set people on fire, right?
Maybe I have no idea.
He did a ton of like fucking
Oh yeah,
Molotov cocktails and
torture.
shit.
Oh Jesus Christ! I didn't read this part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So proven victims 193. Possible victims go from 194 to 300 plus.
I go on a lot of dates with white women, so I hear a lot of serial killer stories all the time.
Yeah, they
Gotta
do
be
know
ready.
about those.
Gotta protect yourself. And the second guy is Pedro Lopez, Colombia, Peru, and Ecuador. Same shit. 300 plus. And then after that, it drops pretty dramatically. The third one is a dude from Pakistan. 100 victims. 100 proven and 100 possible. So he got there. And then the one after that is a Russian.
So that's your top three. That's the top three, right? They hit the 100 mark at least. Everyone else underneath that is.
You said they hit the 100 mark at least, like we're celebrating. Man, at least they got 100.
No, but then like you have to think about like
100 kills.
That mark is not insanely accurate. That's what's proven. It's probably way higher. Like,
right, because a lot of them do have more victims than we actually know about.
Exactly, yeah.
100 confirmed kills, though?
Yeah.
That's still...
It's not confirmed.
That's not a... I mean, that's...
This isn't Call of Duty? What are you talking about? 100 confirmed kills? What, he's getting kill package dropped out of the air? After 12 in a row?
You got a PlayStation trophy.
What's your source, Justin? What are you reading from?
I was reading from Wikipedia.
I mean, like, yo,
the most trusted source on the internet. So,
I mean, I'm sure it's pretty legit. I mean, I don't know where to. What's a good source to looking up the most prolific serial killers in history in the world?
Probably FBI.
Yeah, some government site.
Yeah, but it's only America.
Yeah,
they only operate in America. It's only going to be America,
dude.
It's a pitch.
They still like put up like the world's most wanted stuff too.
But there's also a huge difference between being a hitman and being a serial killer.
Yeah.
It's a massive difference.
Well, a lot of people who are hitmen are serial killers. They just kill a different way.
I mean, yeah, but they're told to do it.
They get paid for it.
They get paid
that
for
too.
it.
They get paid for it. But serial killers do it
they go
just
out and look out
because
for that
they're
work.
fucked up.
They're fun. They do it to
like they need
themselves. They need to get off.
Like Gacy's whole thing was he kept doing it because he never got caught. And he would have kept doing it if he didn't get caught. Like, so it's
a lot
just
of
like
them would. It's not just him.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah, that's the reason.
But there's
why,
also been like serial killers will call in and be like, "You need to stop me because I can't stop." Like shit like that. But like,
a lot of serial killers like they get real close to the investigation, like they want to be involved in it.
So yeah, they like get off on that stuff.
End up being caught.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, do you guys remember that dude that called in the Howard Stern and was like,
"Yeah,
I've killed like what, like some amount of strippers or whatever it is, or prostitutes, whatever it was." That was a.
I do not remember this up. I do not.
Is that what that Mel Gibson movie's based off of? What in the world is that?
That was I clicked on something that I thought was an infographic, but it was a video.
Peter's
sound like we were on Jeopardy for a second.
The porn out here, that's cool.
You're picking out his next victim.
It's a YouTube video on American serial killers by body count.
Oh, geez. But yeah,
if anyone's got some good, docuseries that's like murder based like that,
who does?
Some my way. Any kind of like murder docuseries.
Oh, okay. I mean, like people got podcasts out about.
Yeah, I don't want to listen to that stuff like that now. So do we. I would listen to my own then. Like,
go on Netflix and watch the cold case ones. Those shits are wild, bro.
Yeah.
They're coming out with a new season in like 2 weeks. or Unsolved Mysteries. Yeah,
Uns-
that one.
Unsolved Mysteries.
Unsolved
I've seen
Mysteries. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so
what
it's
was
one of
it?
those.
It was called Mind Hunters.
That show was awesome, but it got
I've
canceled.
seen that on Netflix. That
Yeah,
was
that, that show was great, but it was pretty much like the basis of like studying serial killers in America.
Yeah, the FBI
And,
developed the term.
Yeah, they
serial
wanted to
killer.
go and develop, like, I guess, get a profile for them. Because it's been happening for years, but they just didn't know, like, exactly what kind of person that would drive them to do something
yeah.
like this.
They didn't have a name for it. They didn't realize they didn't weren't able to like see trends and like what caused it. Shit, like they still don't know what causes it. These people are just out of their fucking minds. But it's usually like childhood trauma.
It's
childhood trauma.
It's like a mental issue that they have.
Yeah.
It's like they're
Well,
just,
yeah, like a
they're
lot of
just
times,
clinically
childhood
insane,
trauma,
and they just
issues with their mothers.
Yeah,
it's
but
like
both parents.
sexual
Yeah.
sociopaths.
Yeah, it's wild. But I still don't understand like what would make you like just go to kill another human. Like I watched the Gacy thing today on Netflix. It's actually pretty interesting. But he was talking about how like when the cops like went in, and this is in like '78, I think. So there wasn't any DNA or anything yet. So like he was talking about how they got the search warrant and started digging in the house in his crawl space, started finding bodies left and right. And you can hear him in the interview say, "I hate that they're in my house right now. Those bodies are mine." Like it's fucking crazy, dude.
that's creepy.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like,
Right.
yeah,
Those bodies are mine.
like hearing him say that is like, oh my god, man. like
But
they're
you
trophies.
You also get with
Yeah.
like some of the serial killers where they take credit for other killings too. That's
Right.
like
Yeah,
there's been
It's like
serial killers
copycat.
that try and take fucking credit for it, and then like it's proven that it could not have been that person.
Yeah,
who did it
that's-
because they want
yeah.
the notoriety for it.
that's definitely a thing.
Yeah. I think that's more like they want the
wild.
notoriety for it after they get caught, especially like it's a big
Oh,
case.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, I was involved in that.
Yeah, it's just a complete disconnect between like human emotion and just action. Because even Gacy was saying still like he would like pick up like male prostitutes, and he was saying like, oh, I paid them, their body, I can do whatever they want, I can do whatever I want with their body. It's just like complete fucking. There's just nothing in his head, dude.
He took that.
It's
to the
wild.
Extreme.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's absolutely wild.
Well,
Like,
so,
hearing it
they
is
all
chilling.
take to the extreme,
I'm like,
especially
oh
if you're
my
out
god.
here killing and mutilating bodies.
Well, that's Jeffrey Dahmer shit,
But-
eating people.
Or the
Yeah.
BTK.
BTK, yeah.
Fucking,
The crazy thing, just kind of going back to like the the topic at hand here about our guy in Indiana, right? Whatever.
Yeah,
yeah,
whatever it
Indiana.
is. The fact that like his daughter found it, and like, they didn't know about it. Like this man was so secretive on like what a huge plot of land, like, and then his wife tries to like halt the investigation or having people come by and like look at the property or whatnot. That's crazy to me. And then she files for divorce, I believe, right?
yeah, she files
Yeah.
for divorce and calls the cops in. Then he takes off to Toronto and then killed himself in a hotel room.
Right.
But did not admit to any of the murders in the
I mean, that's
suicide
I think
note.
that's-
Well, I'm sure he did them. Like,
I'm
why
sure
else would they be there?
that's-
Yeah. Why? I'm hiding these for my friends.
It's not an Indian burial ground.
Plus, it's called Fox Hollow Farm, and Fox Hollow Farm just sounds like a fucking horror movie.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
Like,
It really
straight
does.
up.
It really
That's
does.
crazy.
Well,
But
the
yeah,
whole thing I was
10,000.
Well, the whole thing I was getting at too is like, yo, if you suspected him of like committing these crimes, why couldn't you just get a search warrant to search his house? The reason why is because he was a wealthy individual, and
Yep.
apparently he was apparently to the neighborhood like an upstanding citizen. So nobody was going to go after him.
Dude, it's like every serial killer. They're always like handsome, charming, like just involved in the community and shit.
Good
just like
people in a sense.
hiding in plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally what
That's
they are.
crazy.
But that's what a
It's
lot of them
scary.
get off on. Is it's like the
They get
public
it.
appearance and then their private appearance is actually that serial killer.
Yeah, and the fact they're not
It's-
getting caught.
Yeah, it's control.
Pretty much.
So
Yeah,
wait,
it's
so
usually the absolutely insane ones where they're like, God is telling me to kill people. Those are the ones who are like calling the fucking police, trying to get caught and shit.
yeah, that's Son of Sam.
Son
Yeah.
of Sam. That's right. I was thinking about it. I was like, what is that called? I
Yeah,
don't
that was Son
remember
of
that one.
Sam.
Yeah, that's the crazy shit. That's like,
But you
oh, I
know
have
what's-
voices in my head.
Yeah.
Do you think like these serial killers like meticulously like plan out what they're gonna do and how to like? I mean, I'm assuming
Some
that
do.
they have to,
Oh, yeah,
right?
they have
Like, I
to.
mean, how do you get away with it without being caught?
Well,
Like,
see the thing, another back to Gacy again. He never planned it. It was just completely spontaneous, which is what is so baffling about it. Like he said that, like he talked about all his shit in the interviews that they recorded. Like he was just forthgoing. Like he didn't give a fuck. Like, and he was talking about how like if he had a prostitute and like they did the business and then afterward if they asked for more money, he'd get pissed off and kill him. But if they didn't ask for more money and they left, then he wouldn't do anything. Like it's just completely fucking random.
But I feel like it's almost probably easier to get away with it because it's less of a pattern if it's not planned out. Like, if you meticulously plan all of these, you create much more of a pattern with it as opposed to it just being random.
I can see
True.
what you're saying with that.
But also,
But I mean,
gotta
like, you
think
do
that-
have to have the know-how and like the mindset of being able to, if I kill this person, I need to get away with it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
And after a certain
Yeah.
amount of time, even if it is random, you have the skills and the tools to be able to like get away with it for a very long time.
He was just burying him in his house, though. He was literally throwing him under his crawl space,
Yeah,
digging a hole, throwing him in, and then covering with cement every
yeah.
single
But I
time.
guess like his neighbors, he knew his neighbors are never going to like question why he's coming in all hours of the fucking night.
Yeah, because
Or,
he was
you know,
like-
what's
he was, like,
Gacy
in-
doing in his house again? He's always
Yeah.
working on his damn house. Always
Well, he was
making home
involved in
orders
like
at midnight.
the city government and shit. Like he was just all over the place. It's
Wasn't he
fucking
like
wild.
a birthday clown too.
Yeah, he was a clown.
Yeah, he was a
too.
birthday
Yeah.
clown.
Yeah.
that's the crazy part. Dressed up
But he
as a
never. I
clown.
don't think he ever killed anybody as a clown. That's like kind of what I got from it at first. And then I was like, oh wait, that didn't actually happen.
Yeah, no, I think he was just a fucking creepy looking clown.
Well, he did say
and
in
he
his
killed
interview.
people as well.
Another thing he said in his interview when he dressed up as a clown that he could like grope women and he could literally get away with anything because he was a clown. And then he goes on to say, like, oh, as a clown, I could murder somebody. Like, huh, red flag.
What if he did and they just don't know?
Yeah,
I'm sure he
I'm pretty
did.
sure he killed somebody as a clown. That's why I don't fucking trust clowns.
That's why. Not because they're creepy at all.
I don't know. If you're a clown, man, you gotta have some type of tick to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's the life you chose, man. You gotta have some type of tick to you.
So to
Something's
get
gotta be
real
weird.
deep, on the psychological side of it, why do you think it's so common in serial killers that their targets are homosexual men? Because a lot of them, that's what they go for. Do you think it's the shame that they have in like being homosexuals themselves? Do you think that it's like just ease of finding someone, or feel like if you find someone, then it's more, I don't want to say more likely, but especially in the 70s and 80s, to be like, oh well, we're gonna go hide this back here, so it's easier to be kind of separate them? Or
Well, I think
Or
you
you're saying,
nailed it on
like
the
more
head.
like if a gay person goes missing, nobody cares. It's just like if a prostitute goes missing, nobody
Exactly.
cares. They're
Well,
easier
yeah.
targets.
Back in the 70s, man, being gay was not okay. Like
It was
it
a
was not
secretive
acceptable.
thing. So.
Yeah. And like there's been multiple accounts of like gay men going to police and saying they got raped, but then the police are like, oh whatever, a man can't do that to another man. You know what I mean? And it's just like kind of like a snowball effect. And then, But yeah, I guarantee you that, man, these guys were ashamed of themselves and then took it out that way by killing people. It's
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
fucked
I'm
up.
about to say
That's
two of the
the-
biggest
yeah.
targets are homosexuals and prostitutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on the prostitute side is it's the disdain of their mother. Yeah, no
I saw
bullshit.
that smart, Chris.
I'm just saying the stain of the mother, and like stain of the mother, and like not being able to be able to communicate with women, like not being able to be a part of society.
Yeah, that's like most of them. They're socially awkward and completely inept at like human communication,
Right.
especially with women.
but a lot of them are very good at mirroring.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like a lot of just psychopaths and sociopaths in general are very good. They don't understand it, but they're good at reading the emotions of others and playing those emotions directly back.
Yeah, it's just natural to them.
that's crazy.
It's so
That's-
creepy.
Yeah.
It is very creepy.
It's been great hanging out with you guys. Peace, love. Say thank you every once in a while. Justin Baby Boy, cue the damn music. We out, motherfucker.